Hello everyone, it's Nick here, glad you could make it, and we're looking at a racing game. It's Colin McRae Rally 2 on the good old Game Boy Advance. Published by Ubisoft in 2002. Takes a bit of getting used to this one, like most racing games, but it's a good one. So I'm going to start off pretty ropey, I guess, and then hopefully get a bit better. So you must master the balance between throttle and brakes to be any good at this game, while also utilising sliding techniques to shave moments off your time. It's rally racing, comprises of a championship, but those people that aren't into rallying, there's also an arcade mode. You can race for computer opponents over a closed circuit. But why would you buy this game if you're not into rally racing? The main chunk is with the rallying goodness, where it's over stages, you're an individual car, and then your time's put up at the end versus all opponents. So there's the control mechanism. So handbrakes there, accelerate, and all the control methods you would associate. A good game, this one. You have 5 licensed vehicles. At the end of each stage, when you've taken damage, you've got the chance to repair certain bits and bobs. There we go, so single race, etc. Novice, intermediate or expert. Well, we'll go on beginner, so I can show you at least a bit of the game, but I could probably get away with being intermediate. There's the different cars there. They all perform pretty much the same. It's just what style you want to go with. Manual, automatic gears. I always go for automatic in here because I'm not a sadist. Right, so we're starting off in Finland with that. There's all your options there. Good music as well, it holds together really well. Right, here we go. So one argument is it's not really that good graphically if you compare it with V-Rally 3, but as I say, it's great fun. Whoops. There we go, so hopefully I'll get a bit better. It's a bit slippery to control first of all. Your co-pilot, your driver sitting next to you will announce what bends are coming up, but it's better just to use the arrows in front of you there in the centre of the screen. Whoa. Now I think there's just one view on this game. If there's a cockpit view, I certainly don't know how to access it. V-Rally 3 did have a cockpit view. If there is a cockpit view on this and you know how to access it, let me know below and I'll probably cover it. Good, right, here we go. So we're in Finland, we have to get to the end as quickly as we possibly can without writing the car off. But, you know, I love this genre of game. Like, I prefer racing games, although I'm not always the best at them. Futuristic ones if possible, but these are great. Marvellous for a handheld. Now, I've said it in other reviews, the Game Boy Advance isn't really designed, or wasn't designed with 3D games like this in mind. So they've done an awesome job here. Great stuff. A lot of obstacles at the side there, a lot of scenery. It's multi-layered as well, so if you look in the far distance there, you've got trees and a mountain layer and a hill layer. That adds a bit of depth to the game, and they've done awesome here, Ubisoft. Well done. I haven't reviewed Colin McRae 1 yet, so I don't know how that compares. We might backtrack that as a prequel. That's the way to do it. But the dust coming up behind the car, that's good. I like that you can interact with the scenery, like knocking those cones about. On the top left, as I glance while I'm trying to keep on the road, you'll see my position. I'm PL1 compared to everyone else. I've already got a lead of about 15 seconds, which tells me I should have put it on intermediate mode. I'm better than I thought. There we go, so stage 1. At the end of each stage, it does give you a replay, which is a nice touch of how you did in the race, but we'll skip past that. Colin McRae Rally 2. So there's our split times. Doesn't really mean too much. 1:52. I think we must have thrashed everyone. Yeah, look, 1:52. Next up is Baka in the Toyota Corolla, 2 minutes 11. Yeah, so don't put it on beginner if you're used to racing games, because you're going to thrash everyone. But at least that gives us time to get a little way through the game. So next stage of Finland. So in this review, I think we'll do all the stages for the first country and maybe the first stage of the second country, just depending on how I get on. You never know, I might not even get there. Yeah, so it's the balance between... Success is the balance between throttle and brakes, as I mentioned there. I'm slowly getting the hang of it. And there's certain bends as well, although the graphics are different with the background, it's the same sort of angled bends, so you can sort of like get the control of it. It does give you a sense that you are actually rallying. Brilliant. I think I've reviewed Colin McRae 1 on the PlayStation, but not the second one. On the PlayStation, it would probably be a lot better. I don't know if that came out on the PlayStation or the PS2 actually. But I have got Grid to review. It's probably going to go up next week, so that'd be interesting to see how that compares to this. Probably blows it out the water graphically, but is there playability there? Well, we'll find out. Whoops, this car's taking a bit of damage. It's a bit square, this car. To my knowledge, no matter what car you pick, they perform roughly the same. I'm not listening to a blind word that this guy next to me is saying. 6 right. Whoops. Yeah, that was bad. So let's go over these bushes. So you can't drift too far off the road in the in the PlayStation incarnation. Oh, that was the end. In the PlayStation incarnations, you could just drift for miles off. This one bashes you back onto the road, which is a help. That was lucky. I wasn't paying attention there. Didn't know I'd finished. Yeah, so we beat them in this stage by another 12 seconds. We got this championship run. We even run. I don't know if these are real drivers. I can't see Kimi Raikkonen there. Mind you, this was in 2002. I don't think Raikkonen was rallying then. Funky music. I like it. I'm a fan. Out of the two, I'd probably pick up V-Rally 3 before this one, but they're both great fun. Yeah, I will definitely be playing this again. Damage 100. I haven't got any damage, I don't think. Oh, there's a bit of damage there. That slider tells you how much damage there is. Slight bit of damage. Your time remaining, it tells you how much time it takes to repair the damage. So sometimes you can't repair everything. I've got a very slight amount of damage on something, but I think we're okay. I'm leading by such a long way. I think we could probably buy a new car. Here we go. So graphics pretty much the same in all this country. I think the next stage we might be up in the mountains. I'm not sure from memory, but we'll hopefully discover that. 3 left. Woo! Have you got this game? What's your favourite rallying games? There are a few. There were quite a lot of gems. There's a few on the Amiga I haven't yet covered. Toyota Celica to name one. But yeah, they're lovely games. The arcade mode's worth going with as well. If you want to race 3 other cars or 4 other cars in real time on a closed circuit, that's quite mad. Bashing into them and so forth. But rallying's all about a car on its own. Very rarely you see 2 cars together, unless one's got a flat tyre or something. Get some good jumps. I think this might happen in later stages. But I'm not going very fast round here, so if you played this game a lot, you might be thinking this Nick's not very good. But hopefully you can see I'm getting ever so gradually better. Look, that's a nice bit of sliding. There we go. There is a brake button as well, but don't try and utilise that. Just try and ease off and slide round. That's my tip. 4 left. Yeah, I've got to try this on intermediate mode later on. Maybe not upload that one, but for more of a challenge. Beginner is a bit too easy. It's a bit like someone that's never picked up a racing game ever before. They might have a challenge with it first of all. But you and me, we could probably go intermediate or expert maybe. If you're a racing specialist, which I am on these ones where you can't, well eventually on these ones where you can't drift off the track too far. Modern day games you can drive all over the place and just lose the track completely. Such is the evolution of these. Well, this is a long stage. 2 minutes in. Come on. I want to have another sip of my tea. This is taking much longer than I bargained for. But we've already got a lead, what, 12 seconds lead. We finished. We beat MCR. So extend our lead by another 12 seconds. If you're a betting man, I don't think you get good odds on me to win this championship. I'm probably about 20 to 1 on now. Maybe even less. I seem to be about 12 seconds better each time, even if I park the car or crash into a tree. I don't think the others are really trying that much. 3, 2. Off we go. Didn't get an option to repair it then, did we? I'm not sure there's 3 or 4 stages, maybe 4 or 5 stages between each country. But you get a lot for your money here. 6 world locations, starting in, I think this is Finland. Do you recognise it? Could be anywhere really, couldn't it? Argentina, Brazil, even England. Or Spain. Here we go. I'd like to see a futuristic version of this where you're on the moon and Mars. The only other futuristic racer I can sort of remember, there's probably loads, the only one I can sort of remember is the Roll Cage series that took you to Mars. Reviewed that a long, long time ago, but still haven't reviewed Roll Cage 2, which we need to come to on the PlayStation. But it's all about Colin McRae at the moment. I think there's another rally named Lombard RAC, I think that was on the Amiga. Can't remember from memory, but we'll have to have a look at those. But not as good as this, sure. Really impressed with this one. Moves really smoothly. The engine sounds, I haven't mentioned that yet, the engine sounds are fantastic. Really immerses you into the rallying game. Awesome. This is all coming out of a handheld, remember, this sort of sound. There's absolute genius games for this machine. My favourite handheld of all time, the Game Boy Advance. Absolutely awesome. Loads of games, loads of good games. There's a few stinkers, of course, like you get with any other system, but this has some beauties. Colin McRae 2. Definitely have this in your collection. And V-Rally 3. Right, here we go. Slightly longer stages this time. Oh, took that bend really well. The car can slide all over the place quite easily. It's quite easy to spin it round. But I come up to a dodgy start. I'm starting to learn the balance between the throttle and the brakes. Or easing off the accelerator at least. Good stuff. Oops. Knocked a few cones flying. There's one thing it could have, but it's been really picky. In any rallying things you see on TV, or if you're there, the spectators are right by the side. There's no spectators in this at all. I think V-Rally 3 had that, but this doesn't seem to have it at all. 3, 2. There we go. I think I must have won that by another massive chunk. 8 seconds this time, so the McRae was second, so we're getting closer each time. Is that it? Is that the final? Yay! I've won the gold trophy. So that's Finland wrapped up. I'm fantastic. Yes, for a beginner. What we'll do, we won't end it there, as I said, I think we'll do one race in the next stage, which happens to be France. We'll see what that looks like. We may be in the Alps. Yeah, not too much damage, we won't worry about that. We're in Livorno, wherever that is. Is that in the Alps? Maybe not now, it might be in the Pyrenees. Right, it's the same sort of thing, but different scenery, gives you a sense of progressing. Yeah, another lovely one. 3 right. Whoa, whoa, so there's a lot of trees nearer the edge here, I can see. All the same tree, but we won't worry about that. And then, you know, can't have everything. This is on a cartridge, remember. Moves fast, this one. Good sense of speed. Right, left. Whoops. So, I would prefer a female map reader, but that's just me. Siri on my phone, I flick to the female voice. It seemed more soothing. I don't think you can flip the car upside down on this. I don't think you can. Let me know if you have done. Whoops, oh, it went a bit see-through there at the side. That was one problem. Bit of draw problem there. Let's have only ever so slight. Hairpin. So yeah, a few hairpins. We're not up in the mountains, are we? We're near the mountains, we're not up in the mountains. It's like a mountain path without being a mountain path. No elevation. It's all pretty flat, this one. Whoa, that was bad. Into a bit of dry stone walling. I think we might have been through the windscreen, but luckily we have our seatbelts on. If you're rallying, always put your seatbelt on. Oh, look at that. That was good. Whoops, knocked that marker flying. Good game, this one. Good game. But I think it's up against some stiff competition, or going to be up some stiff competition in the 2-week roundup later on. So put your comments below what you think of this game, because it might need it. It's going to be might be a very competitive 2-week challenge. Right. It's like another quite long stage, this one. Almost impossible to learn it. Oh dear. God, that was naughty. Into 6 right, okay. There we go. Whoa. I've only just noticed in the top right there is a gauge. Those square boxes let you know how many stages there are left. I think that's what it is. I don't know what that red one was. Let's see if when we go next to the next marker it goes green. That was a bit of a late noticing by me. Right, here we go. It is. So we've got 2 stages to go. Right, I've noticed that late on. Great stuff. I don't know, maybe I've played this loads of times. I must have noticed that before, surely. Oof. I have to admit though, it has been quite a while since I played it. I've got so many games to look at. Running this channel takes all the spare time. Very long forward left. Right, we're on the last stage now. It's the longest stage we've done. Good old France. The Musses. Oh dear, free right into the hospital left. Well, we've got a lead, haven't we, for about 20 seconds, 18 seconds on the display. Not too much longer to go now, folks. Whee! Yeah, I like this game. This is a good one. Really good one. Well, as we see the replay, we'll call it the quits there. Hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Colin McRae Rally 2 on the good old Game Boy Advance. Published by Ubisoft in 2002. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe. And until next time, take care and goodbye.
Goodbye.